Five Nights at Freddy's is dead. I should be at peace with that, but I'm not. FNaF 6 is cancelled, and there's nothing to live for anymore. Five Nights at Freddy's was my life, and now I'm at peace. Goodbye, world. I'm just gonna sit here and not move till FNaF 6 is released.
Oh. Hey Sherlock, I'm back from the show! What are you doing?
Well, Sweet Tooth, FNaF 6 is over. There's nothing to live for now for the series. It's time to face the facts. I've wasted my life enjoying a series that no one cares about anymore. It's time for FNaF to die.
I got the new FNaF figures.
Ooh, new toys? I'll definitely go for that sort of thing. Wait, are they FNaF 2 or Sister Location?
It's Sister Location.
Back to my depression. Back to my... Hello everyone, this is Sherlock Holmes the Onion Kid.
And Sweet Tooth Sweetie.
And today we're bringing you the Sister Location figures at long last.
Woohoo!
Found them all in the store. It was breathtaking. However, gotta get this one at a different store than these three, because apparently our local Target doesn't carry Belora anymore. I don't know why, maybe it's because of... okay, we'll talk about this later. But these figures, I gotta say, been looking forward to them for a long time. They are been hyped up. Sister Location was probably the best Five Nights at Freddy's game besides the first one out of the fan base, I gotta say, or like the most well received out of the
It's my favorite one.
Just general gaming, and it was like one of the well received ones. And for our set, we got Funtime Freddy, Belora, Baby, and Funtime Foxy. Again, Funtime Foxy. Why do you have... It's just complicated. But they all look great, and if you flip them all of them are pretty much the same thing. If you look on the back, we have Funtime Freddy. And then you build Ennard, who is interesting character. You get to build Ennard, which is really neat. And yeah. So
Can I just point out something before we get to it?
What?
What I noticed what's different about the boxes, not only do they have Sister Location on it, but they have the characters on the box. The ones that you got, and it has their eyes peeking out. On all of them.
It is a pretty interesting touch, and it does nice, giving them, their own distinct packaging, and so that those other FNaF figures that just have, FNaF 2 Freddy on it, which is kind of odd if you ask me, but having their own, little individual packaging gives them more of a collector feel to it, and I think that's actually really nice. So let's open these babies up. Pun intended. Shut up! Let's open up the figures and take a nice look. And here is Circus Baby, or Baby Girl, whatever you want to call her. It's Baby, and
she is
she's a special girl.
She is.
Alright, so for details on this gal, as you can see here, that face is wonderfully sculpted. You can see the little rivets of her face where her face would open up, but unfortunately the figure doesn't do that, but it's still nice detail, and she got the red nose, the rosy cheeks, the teeth, and the black void that is her mouth as she eats your soul. Her big green eyes, which are pretty well painted except for that little smudge right there, but that's not too bad. I have seen other ones where the eyes are just like cross-eyed, and that's just weird. She got her nice big orange hair with the little pigtails. No ears, actually. That's kind of weird.
She doesn't have ears in the game either.
She has her little shoulder thingies. Shoulder dresses, I guess, if you want to call it.
Sleeve? You mean like short little
She has her
sleeves?
collar right there, her metal neck, and you got, you know, you also got her fan in the belly. That's the belly button. That's where the ice cream comes out of.
And also her deadly claw.
Which this figure does not come with. And then you got their arms with the red dot. One is open and the other is closed, which is very nice. And the fingers are all nicely sculpted as well. Then you got her dress, and then you got her legs, and then you got a little bell shoes, or I call them elf shoes, because she's an elf now.
She's an elf?
It's Christmas time, and she's gonna marry Santa, and then scoop him. I don't know.
And take over his skin! Where's his skin and suit?
I'd rather not.
I don't know.
But, yeah, for this figure, it looks very nice. For accessory, she does come with her special microphone. If the camera will please zoom in. Please. 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 There we go. Okay. So, here's a little microphone, and this is actually really nicely sculpted in detail. Looks like a little metal golf ball. Is for the mic itself. Has little bolts in there and a little antenna on the bottom. And it's orange and red and very nice. And she can hold the microphone like so. However, I wouldn't try and forcing it in, because again, since the little red dot is in there, you could risk either scratching paint, or you could risk kind of maybe breaking it. But she does hold it very well, although on a weird angle.
The show will begin momentarily. Everyone, please stay in your seats.
There you go, that's a pretty cool one. So she can hold it and sing her heart out, because she doesn't have a heart. Because she's a robot. And for her articulation, it is actually very good. She has a, you know, her head can go like that, as you can see. I'm not sure if her neck can move, maybe, I don't know, like the other ones did. She does her ball joint there, ball joint there, right here. On a wrist swivel, very nice, of course. This one's arm actually came kind of packaged. It's like this way, so you gotta like turn it like that. Her wrist does swivel there. Then she has a waist swivel, which is very nice.
Woo woo! Well done, Funko!
Give me her waist swivel. That's very cool, very nice. And then you got her beautiful spread, and then you got her hips, which are on a ball joint, so they can go whatever. And there's like a little ball joint in there, maybe. I don't know if you can see that. In there, that's like a ball joint, perhaps. And then you got the knee, which is on a ball joint as well. And then her ankles do nothing. What the f? But, you know, for posability on baby is very nice. Can you get it? Oh my gosh, you can get her to stand
She's
on one
so
foot.
cool!
That is cool.
Very nice.
So now I can finally pose a FNaF figure with like this, and that is awesome. The other thing she comes with, though, is the body of Ennard, which we will get to look at later.
Once he's all put together.
But yeah, for baby is a definite must-have. So, here's Ballora. And she's pretty.
She is very pretty.
So, as you can see, she can stand on her own, but it's really hard to balance her. You have to get her just right. But, you know, for the figure itself, it is really nicely detailed. Starting off with that, a face of
Beauty.
Face of beauty, I guess. Her hair is really nicely done. She has a little tiara thing on top and a little thing right there as well. And her hair is in a bun with little, again, if the camera will focus, those little vents right there, which is very nicely done. And she only has the 4 vents on her face. Her eyebrows are nicely done with the eyelashes, which look like they're kind of stitched. Like her eyelids are stitched shut, which is even more frightening.
That is scary.
Her lipstick with her, she has her lipstick with her gaping mouth of doom. And then if you, you know, she has that weird thing covering her bosom,
I think it's a torso, maybe?
that's not a turd shell because why would it cover?
I mean, lead it.
But point being is that it is still very nice covered in between her bosom. You got
A pearly
pearls.
necklace.
Got the pearls there as well. Her shoulders are blue as well with the little thingies, with the little gray bits right there, like on baby. And then you got her tutu, which is very nicely done with the little stuff there. Which, to be fair, they are supposed to be hanging on like little strings, but Funko did the best they could. I wouldn't want these to break off. And then you got her. She's not wearing anything under there.
No panties? Weird.
Okay. And then you got her legs, which are fairly well done. You got the little weird things on her legs over here, which. Then you got her ballerina shoes, where she's standing on her tippy toes, which kind of look like weird wedges, if you ask me.
Yeah, they look like wedges without the wedge.
With little gold bits right there. Now, her articulation is actually very well. She got the head thing, and her head can do like a lot of stuff. Her shoulders can do a lot as well. You got this going, which can also, since it's not a bulge, it's just very tight. I wouldn't recommend putting a lot of force on it, otherwise you can break it. Got the wrist right there, which is very nice. Do we have a no waist swivel? We'll give one to baby, but not one to Ballora. I mean,
try again.
Are you? Oh, it was fairly tight. Okay, look at that. That is much better. Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Does that mean we can put her in her cannon walking position?
We'll try that in a second. So yeah, but her waist can turn. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. Her tutu does not turn. You got her hips, which can go out this far. Well, she can kick about that far. And how far can she go back? Back that far. And oh wait, no, she can kick that far too, I guess. But her legs are gonna go sideways. And then her knees can go like this. And that's about it. And no ankles. Why? Why just couldn't you give her ankles? But, you know, she would be very well posed if she was able to stand. But Funko was smart. Behold, a cake.
A standing cake.
With a blue candle. Just kidding. This is actually a stand for Ballora, because I can see on the bottom of one of her feet, she has this gaping hole going into her foot. While this one is not. It's nice and filled in. And if you can see, her foot, it's molded a certain way, and then you just plug her foot in there, and boom, she can stand perfectly. Now if I can just, let's see if I can get her into a nice pose, like so. Can I, please? And there we go.
She's ready to get fit and eat pizza.
Yeah, okay. That's actually really nicely done. But can she get into her cannon walking pose? Well,
only one way to find out.
There we go. We got. Well, that's one way she can't.
That's a 10 out of 10 right there.
Can I do this way instead? Is this a better way, or can I? No, can I? No, this is gonna be looking upside down either way. But on the bright side, that does make it look a lot more creepy.
So yeah, if you want.
If you want to, you could pose her like that, but I'm not gonna pose her like that because it looks odd and strange, and she's facing the opposite direction. As you can see, you know, gray there, not gray there, so that's the back, that's her butt. So just
stop looking up there.
All right, there we go. Zoom out, so you can see what I'm doing. But yeah, Ballora, I think is really well done. This is a great one to have, although it is kind of tricking her. You have to use the stand all the time. I wish she could stand on her own, but you know, the stand above itself is a fairly nice accessory, and it's nice that at least one character got a stand. Plus, you can stand on one foot using that, and get into some nice dancing positions, just so that her elbows are really kind of tight, and you've got to be careful how you pose her, I guess. Just be careful with the joints. But Ballora, I think, is a definite win, for sure. I mean, Ballora's always one.
Yeah.
For her entered parts, she comes with
Hands!
the arm, both arms, which is pretty cool. It's nice that in the beginning of one of the series that one of them came with 2 parts, which is very nice. You don't have to buy 5 of them. Less money for me to spend. And they're fairly nicely sculpted, but we'll get into their articulation stuff later. Let's move on to the next figure. Time to get fit and have pizza!
And here's fun time, Freddy! Shh! Be quiet! You're going to make everyone's ears bleed.
I think I already did that. Okay, sorry about that. That was just my terrible Funtime Freddy impression. Funtime Freddy, I think, is probably everybody's favorite from Sister Location, probably besides the waifus, but that's what the fan base calls him. But anyways, here we have Funtime Freddy, and he is gorgeous. He's a fabulous boy. But yeah, as you can see, he has the little cracks and pivots in there too. They even painted his, which is very nice.
Yeah, it looks like you can see the endoskeleton a bit.
Not all the way though, it's still weird, but it's not bad. You can see his teeth are well nice, even though it's kind of weird. Yeah, I can get past it. His eyes are really nicely done. The eyebrows, the hat, which does not extend, which is sucky, but what are you gonna do? He's weird purple on him. I don't remember him having purple. I thought they were like a pinkish color.
No, they were like a dark purple.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up, but yeah, his cheeks are nice and done, and his bow tie, the speaker, which is, again, nicely sculpted all around. He has nice pink on him and white, and that his hand is nicely sculpted, no dot in the middle, but...
Did he have a dot in the middle?
I think he did.
Did he?
And then you got Bon Bon on his other, which is super cute.
And does not have any articulation whatsoever.
That's kind of sucks. What are you gonna do? The eyes though are painted the wrong color. So I believe they're painted green.
No, they were pink.
You sure?
You're thinking of Bonnet.
Am I thinking of Bonnet? I can't tell anymore. I could. No, I don't know. But still nicely done. Love it. Love it. Then you got his legs, which are pink. And then you got his shins, which are purple. And he has little purple stuff on the bottom. And they're really nicely done, except for that toe fungus right there, I guess. I don't know. But this figure is actually very nice. His articulation, his head's kind of tight. It's really nicely done. This has pretty free range. This is very nice. The joints here are pink too, which I think is pretty cool. And then of course, you know, the rest again. This hand is a bit more, because this is a bit looser, and since Bonbon's kind of heavy, it kind of weighs down him, but not too much, you still get a nice pose out of him. Bonbon does not rotate, which sucks, but what are you gonna do? Even Freddy has a waist articulation. Yo, that's really cool.
Do they all have an articulation?
I don't know, like, see, since they added waist articulation, that is so cool. That is awesome. Love that. So you can rotate at the waist. He can kick about that far again, like most FNaF figures, but that far. And then no ankle again. Again, no ankle. But, you know, he is actually very nicely done. I love Funtime Freddy, so this works just fine. You know, he's amazing.
Funtime Freddy's best.
For accessories, you have his pink microphone. Yeah, not the best thing to put in there.
Yeah, it looks great.
And look at that. He's actually holding it the right way, unlike her, or Freddy, or Golden Freddy. Yeah, I said it. But Golden Freddy, he looks awesome.
come with? I know they're part of Ennard, but are they their parts?
Leave it a mystery, but yeah, more on this later. FNaF Freddy though is definitely a win.
Yep.
And here's Funtime Foxy, who I believe is probably the least favorite of them all. Just gonna point that out. But you know, for the figure, it's okay. It is fairly nicely sculpted. You got the red. I thought it was pink. I thought she was more pink than red, but okay, you got red. Her ears are bleeding because of Funtime Freddy screeching. You got red eyebrows, which is really weird. You got her eyes, which are
also bleeding,
staring into your soul. You see the face, but you got the little dots on her. Then you got the vents, you know, in her face, which is all nicely molded, not painted like Funtime Freddy's, which is odd. Got her lipstick, her teeth, which you will bite your face off, her bow tie, her speaker, her tummy, and they got this weird color. This weird, I don't know why it's like not gray like the rest, but it's a weird, like, palish color, like the color of the mini arenas, which I'm surprised we didn't get any yet, but
we didn't get Bitty Babs either.
It's a weird color, but yours. And then you got that. That is a big no-no.
What happened? What the flip happened?
I guess I picked up a bad paint, but it's a whatever. It's not too bad. Then you got her painted fingernails, which, you know, she didn't get hers painted. Why? And then you got the same arm as well. Her, you know, again, her speaker. And then you got her legs, which have weird dots.
I think they're like,
and then you got her
I don't know.
toes, which are also painted. And then on the back you got her tail, which does not move. Okay. So for detail, and it's a pretty okay one. The paint I just wish was a little better. And then for your articulation, you got rid of just. Oh, that's a tight head joint. All right, it's not as bad. Shoulders go in again. She has shoulder pads as well. Ball joint, you know, swivel. Ooh, that's a very nice swivel. What about this one? Can this one swivel the same? Yes, it can, very nicely. And then you got a waist swivel, which is pretty much useless because of that tail blocking her movement. Which, in my mind, if they made the tail, you know, if they sculpted the tail a little differently, I bet it would look so much better. But they didn't. But what are you gonna do? So you can only turn like this way that much, and barely without hitting that. So she can still turn that far, just can't turn the other way. And then her legs are pretty much the same things with the knees, and with a very nice knee bend though. And then no ankle. Okay. So I should expect no ankle movement in the figures. And for accessories, she comes with absolutely nothing.
Except the leg.
This is she comes with the next piece to build, Ennard, which is the other leg. We'll talk about that later. But no accessories for her, which I understand she didn't really have anything in the game, but not even a tiny little, like, you know, like, stage or anything. That would have been cool, but whatevs. It's okay. It's nice to have all four of them, you know. It's still very nice to have all four of these together. It's nice, you know. It just completes the look. We will do comparisons in a little bit, and now we shall get into building Ennard. Ennard has been scooped. Ha!
It is complete.
My God. This figure is beautiful. It's just gorgeous. Ennard, the Ennard figure is just a masterpiece. For details, you got the clown mask, missing the eyebrows.
Missing the stripes on the hat too.
It's missing a few details, but I can forgive it because of that. The rest of this figure is wonderfully painted, wonderfully sculpted, It has like the little eyes hanging off of it, which probably doesn't sound as good as it is, but look, you can got the third eye and hanging off there. You got the teeth inside the mask. Each eye, you got the back of the head, and it just looks beautiful all around. And the kind of like gunmetal or metal colors they use, it's just wonderful. And to make cooler, the hands are made of like softer plastic, so they can like bend, so you do not have to risk like breaking anything, which is very cool. And then, you know, the bottom, you got the feet, very different. Like, a lot of sculpting went into Ennard, and that is awesome. Very nice, very awesome. And for articulation, oh boy, Ennard can do a little head thing, can do all sorts of stuff with the head. Had shoulder ball joints as well, you know, as the same as the others, and can go like this. And the hands have a very interesting joint, as if they can also rotate, but then they also have a little opening, like so. Sorry about that, we had technical difficulties with the camera, my bad. As I was saying though, the hands have an interesting joint where they can like bend like that, so he's like a girl? I don't know, what is this weird joint, but it's pretty cool nonetheless, and it's interesting to like differentiate from the rest. The legs can not spread very well because again, since this is a Build-A-Figure, the joints can pop off fairly well, so they can't really bend that well, but they can go about that far and then go like that. But then the knees have a very nice bend right here, and then no ankle, which again sucks, but you know, this figure is just amazing. I love this figure so much, and you know, it's nice. It's like a, you know, hug me with my eyeball. And they can see you from all sorts of places. Fairly nice. Fairly nice. And we shall put Ennard with the rest, like so. Get into a nice position. And look at that. It's together and it looks so good. I love them. They're beautiful. Now we shall go into comparisons. So, here is Freddy compared to Baby. Baby is surprisingly very short. I mean, considering her cannon size in the game, she would kind of tower over Freddy just a tiny bit, but, you know, it's pretty good. I mean, can he do this? I don't know. My Freddy's joints are very loose, so yeah, he could like hang on to her, pull her by the pigtail, I guess. But that's very nice. Baby's quite a short character. And then compared to Ballora on her stand,
she's taller than him.
She's taller, but if you take it off, you know, standing on her tippy toes, she must be incredibly tall, right? Let me get her down like so. And she is... Freddy's still taller because of the hat. We got that going.
But without the hat, she would be taller.
Yep. And compared to Funtime Freddy, this is amazing.
This is equally.
You're your cousin from the past. I love you. Nope. But, you know, these two look pretty good together. You know, from the very first, when FNaF first came out, and then when
Sister Location came out.
Oh my, how the years have passed. Recent incarnation of Freddy. And then Funtime Foxy is Funtime Foxy. But that's not the frame I'm gonna compare that to, because what is this? Yeah, okay, that's where we're going. This is what I wanted to talk about. Funtime Foxy. Why is Funtime Foxy have two figures that are completely different? You know, it's
because one is the toy version and the one is the Funtime version.
Has it been confirmed that these two are the exact same animatronic, or are they different?
I don't think they are, because Funtime Foxy SL has shorter cheek fluffs.
But let's just hear me out. This is based off FNaF World. Does that make these two the same? Just think it's interesting. You know, both painted toenails, or toes. One has a hook, the other doesn't. And both have yellow eyes and rosy cheeks and lipstick and sharp teeth. Just think about that. Just think about that. But, does that mean these figures bad? Far from it, these figures look really good together. Different Funtime Foxes. And then finally, for the final comparison, I just had to bring all these ones together. Here is Springtrap and Ennard. Now, according to the new confirmed canon, I know these two. I'm only comparing them with this guy. As Nightmarionette is still the tallest of all the FNaF figures. And if I can get my camera up like so, and go down a little bit, and get these two like so. These are all three of the build your own figures, which look fairly nice together. However, I do wish we had regular puppet instead, but for Nightmarionette was actually a really cool animatronic, so this works just fine. And it's just unfortunate he didn't come with a stand.
He weirds me out still.
Being the tallest, my children. No, just kidding. But yeah, I still believe that Nightmarionette is the weakest of the builds, because for the lack of articulation and the ability to stand. And then I have to say, well, Springtrap is my favorite animatronic, so I still recommend him the most, but if I have to be completely honest, Ennard has to be the better figure. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. And now on to our final thoughts. Final thoughts. What can I really say about these figures other than that the sister location ones just are right. Having all these figures are good. Each of them are great in their own unique way, but the sister location ones I have to say are the best ones yet. With the great articulation, the great detail, the great paint, most of the time, they're just good.
Everything about them is great.
I mean, when the first wave came out with the original 5, they were great at the time. They were just lacking a bit of articulation and paint. Then when the Nightmares came along, the detail was up put and the paint was up good. It's just that, and the articulation was pretty good, but we were just lacking some places due to the molding. Then sister location comes, and I think they really knocked it out of the park. Now you have to look out for some paint defects, since most of them, since the plastic they use are white, and since that's their color, they can spot more paint defects. But it's okay. It's not too bad. The ones I got were actually pretty darn good. The baby ones and the Funtime Foxies were pretty bad from what I saw. And Funtime Freddy was really good. This is the only Ballora I've seen, and for the paint it was really good, so I just took it. The Ennard figure is by far worth it because of the articulation and the texture they use on the plastic or whatever the material it's made out of makes it feel like it was made out of real metal, which was amazing. And having that be collect them all to build this figure, I think is absolutely worth it. And each individual figure is good. If I had to rank it, I would have to say Baby would be best, Ballora would be second best, Funtime Freddy is third best, and then Funtime Foxy is the weakest. Weakest in the fact of articulation, but since they all have waists, swivels is amazing, and it's just worth it. So if you can find all 4 of these in stores, like all at once, I say pick them all up when you get the chance. They are well worth the money and are wonderful figures for display. Especially if you're a Five Nights at Freddy's fans like me and Sweet Tooth, because these just look great together. That'll be it for our review, guys, and stick around and see you in the next review.
Yep. Bye, guys.
Bye. Big baby, little chibi baby,